Hello everyone and welcome to the UkeStuff channel. Believe it or not, it's another unboxing video. Again, I know some people really dislike these, but I like doing it. I like watching other people doing unboxings, especially if they're real unboxings and they're seeing the instruments for the first time. That's really of interest to me. For some reason I just like it. And if you don't like it, well, you can watch the review later of this particular instrument. So let me explain why this instrument is here today. There are a number of companies now making ukuleles out of a hardwood in Central America, which is called Cocobolo. It's a very pretty wood that has a red sapwood kind of that shows in the sunlight in particular as red. And there are a number of manufacturers making those, but one of the most established is a fellow and his company, Kevin, in Nicaragua. So in Nicaragua, Cocobolo Ukuleles is a company that makes these ukuleles. And a few years ago, they started off offering these ukuleles, and they were actually very affordably priced at the time, so that the company could get underway. And people found out about them, and they became very popular. And what has happened over time is Kevin now has a lottery for the available instruments. So what he'll do is every couple of weeks he'll post the instruments that his luthiers have finished and have touched up and are ready to go. And he'll post those both through his website, so that's where you can see that, and then there's a mailing list, as well as I've seen some pictures on Instagram and Facebook as well. And if you are interested, what you do is there's a way for you to click a link where you just register for a chance, a lottery, to buy one. So it's not an auction at all. It's all about just there's a limited amount of them that are available, and to make it fair for everybody, he kind of goes through sort of the raffle or the lottery sort of approach to sell those instruments. So the Cocobolo is one of the instruments on my wish list, and they're not terribly expensive. They're not cheap. And if you are a person that is used to a $60 or $100 ukulele and that's as much as you're ever going to spend, this is not the instrument for you, nor are so many other good instruments that you'll be missing out on. This is the ones that are in full condition are $4.99 for a concert, and they go up from there if they have some more sort of like rosette work or things like that. I think I've seen them up to like $5.49. But this one that I put my name in for was a factory second. Actually was $100 less. It was $3.99. And it looked great in the pictures, but it was a factory second because of the darkness of the finish of this instrument. So nothing wrong with the sound or the construction, just the finish is darker than it would normally like. And I was okay with it. It looked great to me. So I put my name in, and guess what? I won. I have now fulfilled one of my ukulele wish lists. I now own a Cocobolo ukulele. Let's stop talking about it. Let's open this one up. So it comes boxed. It looks like it did have a pretty good bump at some point, but I know it's inside of a Cala polyfoam bag. That's one of the things that he offers as an option. And I hear rattling, but I have a feeling that that's nothing bad, and we'll find out when we open it. So here we go. The main opening is on the top. If you ever wonder what this one is, I think I found this at the Duluth Trading Store. It was a little thing that has a cutting edge can opener and again a little screwdriver tip. If you ever fly, you probably have to take it off. And I'll make sure that I get this side over here and this side over here, and then go back on the other side. One side already came off. And this side right here. Oh, by the way, when you see this, this will open up this post won't go up until probably Tuesday of the next week. So if I'm talking about these days and you're like, boy, you didn't post this for a while, yeah, that's right, because I've already got videos scheduled for the next few days, including some other unboxings. So let's see what we got in here. Oh, I think the shaking was nothing to worry about. I'll show you why in a second, what just popped up. So, getting the ukulele. Actually, the ukulele is actually taped on here, so Gotta rip that plastic. Now it's going to come out. So I think what I was hearing, there's some other paperwork in there, but I'm not going to pull it out right now. I think what I was hearing were these maracas that came with it. So that's kind of cool. You just bought an ukulele, so here are some Nicaraguan maracas for you to play. Okay, that's kind of fun. And they even say Nicaragua on them, which is pretty cool. That's one of the things that I love about Cocobolo, too. Not only are these instruments gorgeous, but I love that they're made in Central America. I love that it doesn't look like it, but I have a Spanish minor. I teach at a Spanish immersion school. I lived in Mexico, DF, for a summer, an entire summer. I taught in the Dominican Republic for a year. So really, I have a heart for Latin things in general. I've been to Spain. I love the cultures there. I love everything about it. So this also has a connection for me of being something special in terms of Nicaragua. I've been to Costa Rica as well. I need to get to more parts of Central America, though, at some point in my life. So, Calabag, pretty standard. Just a letter from Kevin that I will read later, partially because I don't have my glasses on at the moment, so I'll read that. Hopefully I'm not supposed to read it before I open it up. If that's the case, I'm in trouble, so just leave it at that. All right, so standard Calabag that you pay a little bit extra for, but then hopefully it protects your instrument as you travel. So let's see. It looks really small for a concert, but we shall see. All right. I think that's about right. Now, when you see these, they always put them in the light, and they end up being very, very red in that sunlight. And when you see them in other light, and I could turn up the light more, they end up being a little more brown. It's still absolutely a gorgeous instrument. Now, this was a factory second model with the consideration that it was so dark on the top, which does not bother me at all. I think it's really pretty. It has a slightly arched back, open geared tuners, and we'll be able to tune this up here for you a second too. I brought my Jawoom Smart Tuner. All right. Slightly radius fretboard, so if you look at it, it's going to be curved a little bit. Yeah, really present sound. Seems to be a very resonant top. It's just vibrating. Even the strings just are vibrating. Yeah, this is going to be quite the instrument. So yeah, so this was one of the instruments that was on my to buy list, wanted to get someday list, and it just came up and I put my name in and there it is. So the good news is, or bad news, which way you want to think about it, is I won't be looking for another Cocobolo, at least at this point. But I am looking forward to reviewing this because, again, they are possible to get, but you do have to work a little bit or be lucky a little bit to get it. Also, he uses a stripe of the Cocobolo in the neck, so that you get that stripe back there. There's so many details about this instrument that are so cool, not to mention the hardwoods that are used. So this has been a pretty good week, folks. With all sincerity, the Spirit concert from Flight, amazing. This ukulele, amazing. It's been a great ukulele week for me, and actually a pretty good week overall, right before spring break. So that's that for this unboxing of this. There will be a full review of this one, but it's probably not going to be for a few weeks. I've got quite a lineup to go. So lately I've been trying to put the reviews up on Fridays. So check for the latest review on Friday, whatever that's going to be. And eventually this one will be up there as well. Really, really nice ukulele. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.